Reinventing yourself is one of the most powerful things you can do. But here's the truth, most people never do it because they're afraid. Afraid of what others will think. Afraid of leaving behind the familiar. Afraid of failing. And worst of all, afraid of regret. But the only real regret is staying stuck in a life that no longer fits you. If you feel that pull, the desire to grow, evolve, and step into something bigger, it's time to create a new version of yourself without looking back. The first step is giving yourself permission to change. Many people hold on to outdated versions of themselves because they feel obligated to be who they were yesterday. But you are not bound by your past. Just because you've always been one way doesn't mean you have to stay that way. If you want to shift your career, your habits, your mindset, do it. You owe no explanation to anyone except yourself. Next, you need absolute clarity on who you want to become. You can't create a new version of yourself if you don't know what that looks like. What do you want to change? Is it your career, your health, your mindset, your relationships? Define the person you want to become in vivid detail. What does their daily routine look like? How do they think? What do they prioritize? When you have a clear vision, you have a destination to work toward. Once you have clarity, the hardest part begins, letting go of the old version of you. This means unlearning habits, beliefs, and routines that no longer serve you. If you want to become confident, you have to let go of self-doubt. If you want to be disciplined, you have to stop making excuses. If you want to succeed, you have to stop fearing failure. Reinvention isn't just about adding new things, it's about removing what's holding you back. A key part of transformation is embracing discomfort. Growth is uncomfortable because it forces you to step into the unknown. Your mind will resist it. People around you might not understand it. But if you avoid discomfort, you avoid progress. Every time you push through fear, hesitation, or uncertainty, you strengthen the new version of yourself. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. One of the biggest mistakes people make when reinventing themselves is waiting until they feel ready. But readiness is an illusion. You'll never feel fully prepared to make a big change. The secret is to take action before you feel ready. Want to be a writer? Start writing. Want to be fit? Start training. Want to switch careers? Start learning. Identity follows action. You don't become a new person by thinking about it. You become a new person by acting like it. Reinvention also requires you to change your environment. Your surroundings shape you more than you realize. If you're surrounded by negativity, doubt, or distractions, it's going to be hard to evolve. You need to put yourself in places that match your future self. That might mean changing your social circle, upgrading your workspace, or even relocating. When your environment supports your growth, transformation happens faster. Another key principle is adopting the mindset of experimentation. Many people don't change because they fear making the wrong decision. But there is no wrong decision, only learning experiences. Try things, adjust, and refine as you go. If something doesn't work, pivot. The worst thing you can do is stay stuck out of fear of imperfection. Building a new version of yourself also means mastering your habits. Your habits shape your identity. If you want to be more successful, adopt the habits of successful people. If you want to be healthier, follow the habits of healthy people. Small daily actions, repeated consistently, create massive change over time. The person you want to become is hidden inside the things you do every single day. One of the hardest parts of transformation is dealing with the opinions of others. Some people won't understand your changes. Some might criticize you. Others might try to pull you back into your old patterns. But their opinions don't define you. Your life is yours, and you are the only one who has to live with the consequences of your choices. If you let the fear of judgment stop you, you will never fully step into your potential. A major key to reinvention is celebrating small wins. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. It happens in tiny, consistent steps. Acknowledge your progress, even if it's small. Every step forward reinforces your new identity. Success isn't about giant leaps, it's about the small, daily wins that build momentum over time. One of the biggest fears people have when reinventing themselves is regret. They worry about leaving behind the familiar, making mistakes, or failing. But regret doesn't come from trying and failing, it comes from never trying at all. The only way to avoid regret is to give yourself a chance. No matter where you are in life, you have the power to start fresh. Reinvention is a never-ending process of self-discovery, discipline, and intentional growth. If you truly want to create a new version of yourself without regret, you must commit to evolving in every aspect of your life mentally, emotionally, financially, and physically. Too many people cling to their old identity because it feels safe. But safety doesn't lead to transformation. If you want a radically different life, you have to be willing to break the mold of who you once were. One of the most underrated steps in reinvention is self-auditing. Most people set goals without ever taking a deep look at what's keeping them stuck. You have to get brutally honest with yourself. What habits are draining you? What limiting beliefs are keeping you small? What distractions are stealing your energy? If you don't assess what's holding you back, you'll repeat the same cycles even if you set new goals. The key to reinventing yourself is removing what's blocking you first. Your ability to change your life is directly tied to your ability to change your thoughts. The reason most people fail at reinvention isn't lack of effort, it's because they still think like their old selves. If you believe you're unworthy of success, you'll sabotage your progress. If you think success is only for lucky people, you won't take risks. You must train your brain to think in alignment with the future version of yourself. Start feeding your mind with ideas, beliefs, and knowledge that support your transformation. Patience is one of the most overlooked aspects of reinvention. People expect change to happen overnight, and when it doesn't, they give up too soon. But the truth is, lasting transformation takes time. You have to fall in love with the process, not just the outcome. The results will come, but only if you stay committed long enough to see them. If you're only looking for quick fixes, you'll always revert back to your old ways. One of the biggest secrets to reinvention is learning how to control your emotions. Most people let fear, doubt, or frustration dictate their decisions. But if you want to become a new version of yourself, you must master your emotions instead of being a slave to them. This means learning how to move forward even when you're scared. It means staying disciplined even when you don't feel motivated. It means believing in yourself even when no one else does. The ability to control your emotions is what separates those who succeed from those who quit. Surrounding yourself with the right people can accelerate your transformation faster than anything else. The people you spend the most time with shape your habits, mindset, and energy. If you're trying to reinvent yourself while still hanging around people who encourage bad habits, negativity, or small thinking, you'll struggle to grow. You don't need to cut everyone off, but you do need to be intentional about who you let influence you. Seek out people who inspire you, challenge you, and push you to be better. Most people think reinvention is about waiting for the perfect moment to start. But the perfect moment doesn't exist. If you keep waiting until you feel ready, you'll never start. The truth is, confidence comes from taking action, not the other way around. The more you take action, the more you'll believe in yourself. The longer you wait, the more your fear and doubts will grow. The best time to reinvent yourself is right now. Finally, understand that reinvention is a lifelong process. You don't transform once and stay the same forever. The best version of you today might not be the best version of you 5 years from now. Keep evolving, keep growing, and never stop leveling up. Reinventing yourself isn't just about creating a new identity, it's about continuously becoming the best version of yourself.